He's back. He's back indeed. Hoping to avoid any crash. Okay, this is a pretty good end. Tutsis. We are against Scam, and we are getting Scam turn 1. So, at least I have 4 copies of Sanctifier in the sideboard. We have a lot of creatures too. They could take Champion and Officer to stop me from playing anything turn 1. But that means that I will be able to play Thalia and Pamper with the Aspirant and block the Grief. And they have a lot of turn 1 plays anyway. Perfect. Yeah, this is a new Jant build. We got rid of black, red, and green to play only the superior color. So we take 4 damage now. Next turn I can play Thalia. There's fairies. I mean, Human, Thalia. I discovered last week that actually Ninjas is a legit deck in Legacy, and that surprised me a lot. So maybe there is a place for fairies one day. And I lost to a Bitter Blossom deck on my that should be on my YouTube. No. It's not a combo deck. I mean, you play Yuriko, and you play a lot of unblockables and flyers and such, and you play a lot of good ninjas. Fury, that's a problem. Hoping that they have no way of bringing Fury back. Because I cannot handle Fury right now. Wow, they do. Sometimes playing against Scum is just impossible. So I ended next turn. You could just champ. I need to draw something really good, like a Shining Shoulder. Not anything like this. So I think that I'm probably dead to a Bolt. So I should play. I mean, it doesn't change anything here. Let's see if they have block or a bolt or something like that. I'm just dead. I need to draw a Shining Shoal or a Solitude. But even against Solitude, I'm dead, right? I need to jump here, then take 4. Okay, I can Solitude the Fury next turn. That is scary. Okay, let's go next. So I'm obviously bringing in the Sanctifiers here, and I don't think that Anointed Peacekeeper is any good. And probably Recruitment Officer is a bit too slow. So Drani does nothing. Containment Priest is kind okay. It is not great. And Artifact or Enchantment 8 could be good against Fable. Nothing more though. So I think that we run this side. We just need to hope to go Champion or Esper Sentinel into Sanctifier, avoiding any Grief turn 1. Shining Shoal can be good against them. I don't think so, because you have a lot of enter the field, and anyway, the only problem is Fury. Solitude is obviously a lot stronger, and could he keep his hand? Maybe, yeah, why not? And Solitude is strong and all, yeah, sure, but we have Shining Shoal to stop the Furies, so I don't think that Toccata is that relevant. Let's go Human into Kitheon. We have a Solitude now, so if they go Fury, I'm fine with that. If they go Grief, I might want to Solitude right away, because they are going to take Solitude plus another one of my creature, and that is not the best scenario. I think that being on the top deck, but at least with a creature on board and then with nothing is a bit better. They are down to 5, I'm going down to 2. But I think that this is kind of my only options here. So let's take... Okay, let's make them choose one of my creatures here. Okay, so they could go Ragavan now or Thoughtseize. Take both my creature and we are in a bad spot. Okay, they take Thalia. So if they play a creature now, I won't be able to attack. They do nothing. Okay, so they have an undying effect. Nothing more, probably. You could have a Doty. You discarded the Doty. So white, colorless. They could have something here, removal, they're not yielding. Or they could go Fury now, bring back the Fury, and that basically kill us. Because we cannot even play our Sanctifier, because we have a Mutavault in play. Yeah, sure. Playing against Kam is so bad. Okay, they go Fury, but they at least don't bring Fury back. So they could go Dash Ragavan, maybe. What did they discard for the Fury Terminate? Okay. Collective Brutality. Discarding. Okay. Okay. They tried to discard me. Did they pump the Mutavault? Probably, right? Collective Brutality discard only an instant or sorcery. I'm not playing a lot of instants and sorceries. Monkey. Okay, so what's the right choice here? I think I'm just keeping the Mutavault back while pumping the Aspirant. That is a draw at least. I think I can wait. It's quite strange that they didn't try to dash to Ragavan, forcing me to block here. I could have a removal spell. Yeah, they have a bolt. If they attack me now, I try to block, they could have another removal spell. Okay, they have no more removal spells now. So any creature is good. Even lands are fine because I'm going to play Solitude sooner or later. Cards for them. They need to draw a land here, be able to activate the Lockwind Castle. Okay, we have a land. So I'm not sure what is going to take this Solitude. I think probably the Ragavan. I mean, if they steal my Solitude, that's kind of fine. Let's go for maybe a Skull pass the turn. They have still one card in hand. But if I take the Ragavan here, they cannot block me. And I should win the race with a life linker. But I could always just kill my Solitude. They could kill my Solitude, so wait a second. If I want to take the Doty, I need to take the Doty now. Because they could have a Terminate in hand. But if I take the Doty, they attack me with the Ragavan, forcing me to block with the Solitude. Let's wait. I think that leaving them the Doty is fine. Yeah, that's true. The Doty attacking, that's pretty fine. I think I'm just going to take. I'm only scared of a Pyro. If they go for a Spyro here, we are in big trouble. Solitude on the Ragavan. Two cards in hand. They could have Undying Effect. What is a good draw? That is not a bad draw, actually. What should I do? I mean, I could just attack or animate the Mutavault. I think that I kinda have to. But Shining Shell is going to block only 1 damage. 1 damage is fine if they try to bolt my Mutavault, so I think that's okay. But I think that they have nothing in hand. They literally are doing nothing at all here. They need to draw land to activate the castle. They are likely to attack here. Unless they... okay. So they still have no removal spell, right? Another Remedial Skull, that's fine. I think I'm just going to shock this in. Only to be able to play a Shining Shoal for 2. Okay, if they activate the castle now, they're just dead unless they draw a Fury. But even with a Fury, I Shining Shoal them for 2. I mean, why should you play Scam? I think We can all agree that the creature they play are just so cool, but let's go for Shining Show for 2. If they have another ball, that's kind of bad. Why are you eating yourself? Okay. But you always play on the top deck, waiting and hoping that your first 1 or 2 turns are good enough to carry you to the game. 1-1. So my best hopes here are to draw Sanctifier in the first 1 or 2 turns. If I have Sanctifier in the opening end, it's kind of scary because they could just go Grief, and it's not good at all. But we play 4 Sanctifiers, so even if we have one in the opening end, we could have another one after. So I'm kind of supposed... I think I have to keep this hand. We have some free spells. We have a turn 1, turn 2. We could go Solitude on any kind of scam creature turn 1. And we have a blocker for Ragavan. Yeah, that's okay. That's pretty good. Even if they go Fury turn 2, I just shoot them. They're Solitude, that's pretty fine. So human, let's play the officer. I'm just going to trade these 2 creature. Obviously, Ragavan is a lot stronger than my officer. And I kind of don't want to waste a Shining Shoal here. Deep Bolt. Okay, so Shining Shoal here is actually pretty reasonable. Killing the Ragavan. Yeah, let's go for it. They could go Undying Effect now, but they are kind of wasting a spell. We are still keeping a creature in play. Shining Shoal is such a cool tech. I mean, sometimes just staying in your hand forever. Let's see, they could go Fury now. I'm not scared of Fury. Another Bolt. That's kind of okay. That's kind of okay. They have only 3 cards in hand. They have 4, and they have Athalia. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to play this Solitude from now on, unless I draw another white card. But we have Athalia. So they cannot play Fable this turn. They could go Spyro. If they go Fury, I need to draw a white card, but that's still fine. I like the spot where I'm at this point. Okay, they discarded the Feign Death here, so they could probably have another copy of Undying Effect. Yeah, they do. Okay. I'm winning the race, though. They only have 1 card. I just need a Thalia's Lieutenant or something like that. That is not exactly what I wanted. They're down to 10, and I'm playing a creature. Playing the Mutavault here. So next turn I hit them for 6, unless they attack me. 2 cards in hand. They could go land into Spyro, building up some defenses while attacking me with the Grief. Okay, they decide not to attack me. So I need to somehow pump my Thalia here. Sanctifier, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm only scared of explosives right now. But they cannot play explosives because of Thalia. I mean, they could, because it's Sunburst, so they play only one and another. Yeah, so they actually can. The next turn I can attack with all. They block my Thalia, they take 6 damage. The turn after I can attack again. Okay, they pulled my Thalia, that's fine. We have another one. They attack me here. Should I block? I don't think so. Only 2 cards in hand. Okay, they attack me, so I could block, but I think that taking 4 is fine. Next turn I attack them for 4 with my Mutavault, and then I play my Thalia again. That's even better, actually. I think that pumping Thalia is better than pumping the 2 Mutavaults. Yeah, sure. Like this, yeah? This is fine. Something like this should be okay. So they're down to 7. They cannot block my Sanctifier. They cannot basically block anything. Because they take 6 here. I'm just going to activate both my Mutavaults and attack with all. It should be game. Ayo. They cannot double spell because of Thalia. 2 cards in hand. They could have a removal. If they go removal on my Thalia, block 1 Mutavault, they go down to 1. That means that they cannot fetch. Let's go, humans! Take down the scum. Nice block. Undying Effect. You are just dead. Oh, first game, not bad. Against a really good player that is playing probably mono black coffers. So it's kind of scary. Not going to lie, it's kind of scary. I need to hope that this Thalia does her job. I don't think that Elspeth is that good, at least the new one. Sadly, because it's a pretty cool card. Okay, removal on champion. And they skip the land drop. That is interesting. So if I go human into Thalia while you are still on 1 land, it should be pretty bad for you. They found the second land, so they could go removal on Thalia now, another Blood Chief, but we have another copy of Thalia. I'm still scared of all the cards they have in hand. Profane Tutor. Okay, that's interesting. So Shining Shoal, not the best against that kind of deck. Let's go bunch of creatures here. I think I'm just going to pump the Thalia because they still have some kind of damage dealing spell. We cannot cast the Shining Shoal because of Solitude, because of Thalia. in this spot. And they're probably just going to Profane Tutor for Damnation, I think. If they manage to eat all their land drops from now on. This could be a removal for Thalia. They do nothing, they could have a total push. Okay, this is the first time that I actually think that Recruitment Officer is better than most of the other cards, because I'm just going to draw at least one card before my board gets destroyed. Unless they kill my Thalia, I think I'm just going to play another one. Yeah, that's probably better, right? Because at least I'm taxing the Profane Tutor. Yeah. So they need to pay 1 for this Profane Tutor that is just going to probably... Yeah, thanks, Windows. This is just probably going to fetch for a land, right? Because they're missing a lot of land drops. They could couple coffers. That's probably what they fetched for. So I think I'm supposed to pump the officer now and not playing the champion should be the right choice. Because if they go Damnation, I can draw a card of the officer, play the champion the turn after. Because the only way I'm losing this game is if they go Damnation into something, into a big threat. Let's see. Ooh, this is going to hurt them so much. Because I'm going to Shining Show this one. X damage. They gain X life, so I just keep the Thalia around, but it's still pretty good. And I deny them from gaining any life. I'm still not drawing out of my Recruitment Officer. This is pretty sad. I mean, it's still a good card, in my opinion, better than the other cards. I could play... I mean, maybe playing the champion here was the right choice, because I have a Thalia that blocks them from... I mean, no. Okay, that's interesting. They're dead on board. What could they take off the turn? Okay, they have a champ blocker now. And I am 1 damage off lethal unless it draws Thalia. The problem here is that they're going to... They attack... If I attack face, they are going to take an ensnaring breach, so I kinda have to attack the Karn. I cannot attack face here. The red Karn died, it's interesting. And I'm just going to play this stopped and activate the Recruitment Officer. They didn't have a Damnation to turn before. Okay, exile all, draw a card. That's fine. They're trying to find something good here. Okay, 6 mana for them. Another Progenitus. They're still trying to dig for something. Only 3 mana left. I don't think that 3 mana can do enough to keep them alive unless they have removal for my aspirant. Yeah, if they have removal for the aspirant, they're still alive. This is a pretty good removal. This is so annoying. Let's draw a card here. Okay, Thaddeus Lieutenant. It was not lethal. Whatever. So let's go for some black protection. Dranic Magistrate could be good here, and I think I want at least these cards. Dranic Magistrate only prevents the Profane Tutor, so maybe I can avoid playing that. I don't think that Soldier does anything good here, and Shining Shoal too. Let's bring in a copy of Granite. Or is better a copy of Solitude? Maybe a flesh creature is better. So I want an Esper Sentinel as soon as possible against this deck. I need to draw a lot of cards. Yeah, this should be okay. But we have only one land. I mean, I have two plays here. I have a lot of draws. Explosives on one. It's kind of brutal. Let's see. I mean, you could try this kind of human deck because that is not good because it's a meta deck that still is kinda not super popular, and you played humans in the past. They're not a fan of humans. Let's see. Because the meta deck are more or less same. So I don't actually know what I should suggest you. So I kind of want to make them pop these explosives. So I'm going to pump the Esper Sentinel. I could also just pump the Aspirant. Okay, they're going to kill the Aspirant now. Okay. I think that this is still a spot that we are with favor. Maybe. Yeah, June Saga is pretty good. You should try June Saga, it's pretty good. I mean, you could also play June, just like normal version of it. Okay, so let's think now, because they have a lot of removals here, and we have a Peacekeeper. I think I'm supposed to Peacekeeper the Karn, but if I Peacekeeper the Karn, they just go explosives into land. But if I say explosives, they just pop explosives to pay 4 mana. And I think I'm just naming the Karn here. Okay, explosives out. So they need to draw a land to play Invoke Despair. But if they play, okay, yeah, they have the land here, book this pair. I need lands, 6%. So I should go double Esper Sentinel into Officer now. This gives me bigger advantage with the Lieutenant next turn. Plus they have to pay 2 anyway. And if I went Esper Sentinel into Thalia's Lieutenant, they just go Warping Whale on the Thalia's. So if you pay 4, you look at the top 4 cards of your library, you may reveal a feature card with mana value 3 or less and put into your hand. So basically it's a draw 1. Okay, so this turn they just go for Warping Whale, paying 4 mana. It's fine, I guess. And a Bloodchief Thirst on the other Esper Sentinel, probably. So Profane Tutor, that's interesting. So they have 3 cards, Karn and Bloodchief Champion. I could go super wide, champion into Thalia's, some big creatures. Or I could play Adeline. I think the champion into Thalia is a bit better. They're going to take Damnation out of this Profane Tutor. They need to do something now because I'm going to kill them the turn after. If they go Bloodchief Thirst on the champion, I play Adeline. This goes up to a 3/3, and so I have 8 damage plus 1 of these of the creature here. So they're still alive. Hmm. Okay, Bloodchief paying the tax. So no current this turn. And they kill the Esper Sentinel. This could be game. Let's have another removal. They do, so I have 6. How many removals do you have though? This is crazy. Wow. Wow. Those are a lot of removals indeed. So let's see what they get out of this Profane Tutor. Because they need both Cabal Coffers and Urborg to assemble Tron. Okay, they get a Cabal Coffers. They have a lot of mana. They could go Karn into... Okay. So we are not in a good spot now. They managed to survive. Basically a Raben, yeah, kinda. It's a 2-1 that kinda matters sometimes. So we have a Loran to get rid of the Worm Coil. I'm not sure if that's good enough though. Because they're going to grab another artifact here. Wow, let's whisper. Into Urborg. I think we're just dead. Sundering Titan. They play the Sundering Titan, they kill 2 of my lands, so this art is so cool. Okay, so we are super behind now. Did they just concede and go next? Probably right. Yeah, whatever. So they play Wormcoil, but maybe Dranit is not that bad. Let's try this way. Okay, this is a good end though. We are on the play with an Esper Sentinel plus a Sanctifier. They kept 7. They do nothing turn 1, that's okay. Another Esper Sentinel is kind of tempting. Should I first attack? Yeah, sure. Esper Sentinel is kind of my best option in this matchup. Because drawing for any removal they play is super good. And next turn I go Adeline probably. Profane Tutor. Okay, so human. This is pretty good. So they need to survive until turn 4 and go for ooh, this is explosives on 1. But they draw 2 cards, right? Okay. So they have a Profane Tutor, right? I kinda just want to play my... I mean, I'm not going to play any creature here. I'm just going to animate Immutable. And then I'm going to attack with the Adeline. That should be it. I mean, I want to deal 1 more damage to them, so let's go with a champion too, just to pump the Adeline. And next turn, if they go Damnation, I just play a Cathar Commando. Yeah, if they go Damnation now, I go Cathar Commando, then I can attack them for 5. So that means that I have lethal if I draw any Talia's Lieutenant. Let's see. We're in a good spot. Couple coffers, 4 mana, Damnation. That's okay. Come on, Talia's Lieutenant. I mean, that's still kind of fine. We go Adeline. They're down to 1. So they need another mass removal spell here. 6 Cardinal. This is scary. We have a Mutavault that cannot be destroyed from Damnation. Demolition Field. Okay, that's a way to get rid of the Mutavault. And they have 4 mana. Oh, come on, what the fuck? This is crazy. Let's go for a Sanctifier and go for the best here. This is kind of crazy though. So I'm then to another Damnation here. Okay. Now they play Fog. Look, I lose to Fog. They survive! Yes, yes. So they need to draw Invoke Despair now. This is crazy. They had an answer for every single card they played. Okay, okay, okay. That's good. Perfect, perfect. I'm loving Maria's Call. This is a mulligan settler. Okay, this is a strong keep though. I think I'm going to bottom a land because we have a lot of plays and a lot of potential draw here. So let's go land as percent in the past turn. Green mana. Okay, so we are against Yawgmoth. These Esper Sentinel are basically useless, and we keep drawing them. Perfect. So I think I'm just going to play a lot of Esper Sentinels, hoping to draw Alias Lieutenant and go wide. This is kind of the only matchup where Champion of the Parish is much stronger than Esper Sentinel. So we are probably just going to draw one or two from an Eldritch Evolution. I don't think that's good enough. We are not in a great spot now. I need to draw a land next turn to play Adeline. Because they're just going to play some wall this turn. Or even Greased is not great. Because it's going to block my Esper Sentinel. Even if they go Geist, we are in a bad spot. Let's see. At least we are an aggressive deck against a deck that needs to have a lot of life points. So this is a plus, I guess. Okay, they play the Greased. And they go +1. Solitude. So I could kill the Greased, right? If I kill the Greased here, I don't think that's good enough, killing the Greased. Because I want to keep the Solitude for Yawgmoth. If I put a counter on the Esper Sentinel and attack with all, they trade an insect token for one of my Esper Sentinels. Greased go down to 1. That seems fine to me. I could also just go face. Let's go like this. We're not in a good spot anyway. If this creature were a champion of the parish, that would have been so much good. Okay, they play a Dread Arbor. They hit a Greased, so double token. They play another Greased. Okay, they're kind of building a big wall here. Okay. Okay, so they're going to kill my aspirant here. That's fine. Because we have an Adeline, I just need to draw land here. It's not a land. So I attack with all the Greased. If they're going to trade 2 creatures for my Esper Sentinel, I'm fine with it. I just want to get rid of all these Greasts. Because them getting a chump blocker every single turn is too scary. Thanks. They go again, +1, another creature. We still have a Solitude and potentially another lane to play. Okay, 4 mana for them. They play Greased. They activate Greased. Young Wolf. That is not good because they have a blocker for every single one of my creature. That means that I'm not going to be able to kill the Greased. I could attack, they double block here, they get back a Wolf. Or maybe I could just pop the Solitude on the Young Wolf, attack the Greased, make them block with an Insect token. Or attack with all, maybe that's better. Let's try to go a bit aggressive here. I wanted to keep the Solitude for Yawgmoth, but they didn't play Yawgmoth now. That means that they probably don't have any copy of Yawgmoth in there, and they could have a Chord of Calling. But I think that's kind of fine. So let's first get rid of this Young Wolf here. If they want to trade like this and like this is fine for me. Okay, they activate a card now. Getting another wolf, maybe? We draw 1 though. Okay. I think I'm supposed to activate this Solitude too. And now I'm going to keep an Esper Sentinel. They keep 4 mana here. But they lose the Greased and they lose an Insect token, so 2 cards left in their hand. Against them, I have 4 copies of Container and Priest. That's super good. And I still have the Peacekeeper in my deck. I think I'm maybe supposed to cut 1 or 2 Shining Shoals. Okay. So they have 2 cards in hand. This is kind of scary, but they could have a lot of mana dorks here. I need to draw 1 land and no more lands for the rest of the game. Any creature is fine at this point. Okay, they have the Yawgmoth now, so how can I kill the Yawgmoth? I need to draw 2 cards. One of them must be a Solitude, and one of them must be a white card. Because Yawgmoth having protection from human is a bit scary. Yeah, it has protection from humans. Yes, the human deck, it's not super good. Okay, we have a land. Let's see. Young Wolf, they 1 step away from the combo. I think that they're just going to activate it now, yeah. Putting a -1/-1 counter on the Esper Sentinel, drawing 1. Another land. So they attack me for 3. I'm going to take. Okay, let's go next. Because even if I play the aspirant now, they're just going to ping the aspirant before the trigger goes on the stack, so that doesn't accomplish anything at all. So we need Thalia is super bad in this matchup, so Containment Priest comes in instead of the Thalia. What else could we bring in? I don't think that Sanctifier is good. I don't think that Dranit is good. So maybe this is it. Maybe Thalia is a bit better than Esper Sentinel just because he has first strike. Yeah, I think that's it. Sanctifier is not good against them. They have a lot of green creatures, but it has protection from the insects, so maybe in this shell is a bit better. I mean, it does something, right? Yeah, but they only play like 4 copies of Chord and 4 copies of Eldritch Evolution. They're probably just going to. I don't think that Thali is good enough though. Maybe Sanctifier is better because it has protection from Beast and from the insects. And it should be okay. I don't think that this is a good matchup at all. Because we need to reach 5 mana to play the Solitude instead of pitching it. And they're going to play Walls and Mana Dorks to stop our creatures and our aggression. Plus they have a 2/4 protection from creature that is super bad for us. You are not going to delay Grist because Grist is a creature in any place that is not a battlefield. So Thalia does not tax Grist, sadly. So we have a champion. This is a pretty good start. We have a Containment Priest. They need to deal somehow with the Containment Priest because they cannot play core. They cannot activate Undying effects. So this should be at least a good start. I'm going to play the Aspirant because it's a bit more pressure. And then I'm going to play the Containment Priest as soon as I can. If they go for a Beast now to kill my champion, that's kind of fine. And they're not likely to activate an Eldritch Evolution. I just thought that the other day I almost lost to a Yawgmoth deck that Eldritch Evolution on turn 2 for Phyrexian Crusader that has protection from white and from red. So I just played that moment. They're not going to Eldritch Evolution that feature, and I'm going to lose. Yeah, kind of. But they play 4 Hierarch and 4 Birds of Paradise, so that's likely for them to have that card. So now, I don't think I'm going to do anything here because I could Solitude the Hierarch, and then they go +1. They champ the champion and they take 2 damage. I don't think that's good enough. So if they want to go -2, it's fine. If they go +1, that's still okay. Cavern of Souls, that's pretty good. So we say human. I think I kinda have to play Adeline now and pressure the Beast a bit more. So we go +1 from the Aspirant on the Aspirant, and I attack the Beast for a lot, right? What if I attack them face? Now I don't want Gris to be able to kill my Adeline here. Priest is such a good card against creature-based decks. This is so annoying. Please attack the Priest. Human token. So they need to block my champion and take 3 damage on the Grist. That means that Grist is likely going to die next turn, and I'm probably just going to play Containment Priest to stop them from doing anything, instant speed. So I could also go Solitude on the Hierarch, but I don't think that's the right choice. Because I'm scared of Yawgmoth at this point. Okay. They have 2 creatures, so if they go Yawgmoth, they can kill my Aspirant, draw 2, go down to 13. Come on, fit a couple of indicators. I'd love to. They say that the next expansion, next set, will have a lot of Phyrexian Matters cards, so maybe there will be some kind of tribal deck with Phyrexians, which should be fun. So what should I do here? That's interesting. I think I'm going to put a counter on the human token, attack Grist with all. If they want to champ here to protect the Grist, that's fine. If they want to go calling for something, we have the Containment Priest Phyrexian. So that should be fine. And they cannot kill my Aspirant. So yeah. Let's kill this Grist. A bit annoying. Yeah, Grist too. I think that they're just going to let this resolve. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to keep Emeritus Call in hand and pass the turn. If they go for a big core this turn, I'm just going Containment Priest. Maybe playing the Emeritus Call was better, because if I draw land next turn, I can play the Solitude too. But if they kill Adeline, I want another copy of Adeline to play. This is so annoying. So they go -2. Yeah, they go -2, that's fine. They kill Insect Token, I think. Maybe, yeah, and they kill my Adeline. So keeping Adeline in hand was the right choice here. Okay. At this point, I'm going to play Containment Priest, and I'm going to think, how should I attack here? Because it's not obvious. Okay. So any of my creature, ooh, that's good. So what if I attack them? I think that maybe Adeline is just better here. 4 of my creature are going to attack the Grist, and the other creatures are just going to attack face. I'm even going to play the Emeritus Call, because I want to be able to cast Solitude. So yeah, let's go Adeline. Emeritus Call, keep Thalia's Lieutenant to play the Solitude distance speed. So let's see. I kind of want to protect my Containment Priest from a Yawgmoth, so I'm going to pump the Containment Priest, and I'm going to attack with the champion face. With this creature, I'm going to attack the Grist, and with a Containment Priest, I'm going the attack phase, and then I'm going to attack Priest with the tokens too. Okay. Not going to activate Solitude this turn, so that's fine. They jump there and they take all the other damage. Here comes the Yawgmoth. That's kind of okay. I just need to draw a land here. If I draw a land, I can play Solitude and win the game. Shining Shoal, it's interesting. So, what is my best option here? Should I first Thalia's Lieutenant? No, I don't think so. Let's first of all Solitude here. Sigrid. Is it feed Skycliff Apparition human? It's a bit too slow in my opinion. They fetch for a Dryad Arbor. No, yeah. But it's a creature, so it gets exiled from Containment Priest because it's not. Yeah. I think it's a bit too slow. I mean, if you see the deck, we only have Adeline and Peacekeeper. I think that's kind of better than Sigrid. So, and we have Solitude plus Shining Shoal as removals. And all of these spells are free, so it's kind of better, right? I think that in the next one or two sets, we are going to see, I mean, in March of the Machines and Lord of the Rings, we are going to see a lot of humans that are most likely strong because we are going to see the rebellion win against uh, the Phyrexians, so it should be a good human set. And Lord of the Rings, obviously, there's a lot of good humans. I think that this is a mulligan. This is not better though. I mean, this is kind of equal to the first one. They kept 7. I need to mulligan again. Okay, we have champions, so I'm going to keep. And I'm going to bottom these two. If they go greased on turn 3 or turn 2, we are most likely dead at this point. But if they go dark into like nothing because they kept a good one or two turns end and they go out of gas in a good spot. This is kind of strange. Shining Shoal is actually fine because if I attack and then Shining Shoal the Dryad Arbor, I kill 2 creatures. Okay, this is interesting. 2 mana. This could be a wall, yeah. They pass the turn, so no more 1 mana creatures. Containment Priest. I think it's too early for a Containment Priest, right? I want to assemble a strong board first. Next turn I'm going to play Adeline or Containment Priest. Three mana, 4 mana actually, so He could go Yawgmoth right away. Please stop playing Beast. Ouch. Ouch. Well, good job. So playing Containment Priest was actually better. It's kind of funny. And we have a lot of Shining Field. It is not the greatest card here in this matchup. They go for a Yawgmoth now. What could they do? That's super bad. Super bad. Wow. I think you can just surrender now. I have no way of killing the Grease. Even if I go Adeline, I'm just dead. Yeah, whatever. We have a lot of cards that we can play. I'm actually going to keep Human. And first of all, I'm going to play the Esper Sentinel because I want to draw and stop them from playing any turn 1 map or something if they are actually on Entrazitron. Yeah. And we draw 1. I need the lens. Okay. So I go double 1 cost creature. External Talis Lieutenant. And that should be okay. So they have Tron. I think that maybe going Peacekeeper is better here. Let's see. I'm kind of scared of all this dust, right? So they're blue Tron now. Wurmcoil Engine is going to die from the solid, so I'm going to name Walking Ballista. And I'm going to flip the Kitheon next turn. So this turn, actually. Should I untap anything here? I don't think so, so let's go +2. So they have an Urza's Tower, 7 cards in hand, 7, they play the Wurmcoil Engine here. That's fine. So another Peacekeeper. I don't think I want another copy of Peacekeeper. I'm just going to polish the Wurmcoil and then I activate Gideon. We play Talia's Lieutenant. And this could be a good attack. They're down to 3. They cannot play the Walking Ballista. Okay, that's pretty good. So against Blutron, I bring in some copies of Artifact and Enchantment effect. And I think that Shining Shoal is not going to shine here. So this should be it, right? Shining Shoal does nothing. They play all his dust probably. Yeah. Just like the Mono Black Offers matchup, I need to draw Esper Sentinel as soon as possible. I think I can take a mulligan here. This end is not super good. This is a bit better. I think I'm going to keep even if I am missing a land. But we have 2 plays, turn 1 and turn 2, so yeah, I'm going to keep on bottom the other lane. All of Storm Giant, blue mana into map, explosives, chalice. Chalice is not an option. So they go explosives turn 1. That is still annoying. So human, Esper Sentinel. And I'm able to draw a land now because I want to play my Thalia. Okay, that's good. So I'm just going to attack and play Thalia. Okay, that's pretty good. They're not near Tron, luckily. Another Thalia. So let's play Aspirant here. I'm playing around Walking Ballista, playing like this. They are going to bounce my Thalia back to end. Dismember. Okay. That's kind of fine. We have another copy of Thalia. If I draw land, I can go Officer into Thalia. Thirst for knowledge. Okay, now they are close to Tron. So I'm going to pump the Aspirant now, because even if I pump the Thalia, I'm just missing 1 damage. Because they could go Tron into Ballista, kill both creatures anyway. Obviously they have Tron, even without any fetchables. And they have a Hugin. So they go -2 on the Hugin. It's still a bit too much for me. And if they drop blue mana, they can also activate the Storm Giant. If they play any blue source, I'm just going to concede because I cannot play around both Ugin and Olo Storm Giants. Okay, whatever. Good job. Good job. You played that perfectly. Okay. Explosives on 1, turn 1. That's fine. Because we are going to draw a card and I still have some good turn 2 and turn 3 follow up, so that's pretty fine. I mean, if they want to waste a whole turn to kill my Esper Sentient, that's fine, because we're going to back it up with another lane. Cavern of Souls is so annoying that you have to click every single time here. Explosives, yeah, sure. This is a lot of pressure. I mean, they need 2 more turns to reach Tron. Okay, they played an island, so 1 more turn. And this means that I can go wide here. If they have another explosive someone, that's fine. Member on the other lane. And they surrender. What am I missing here? Whatever. Last game. Let's try to get a 4-1 anyway. I am liking the deck so far. I think that the version without the Chancellor is a bit better, probably. Snow covers Worm, so this could be 5. Okay. Let's think. Should I Solitude here? I think so, right? I think so. If I don't Solitude here, they're just going to take both my Solitudes. Keeping a 4-3 menace, so at least this way I can put a lot more pressure. This was a mistake. Because I had to play the Marius Call, they cannot discard me the Cavern of Souls. Well, what did they exile though? I thought Seize. Okay. So if they go Fury now, I'm just dead. No, the push. It's super bad, but that means that they have no Fury, probably. Right? They could go Dolphy, Voidwalker, Bone Crusher Giant. What the heck is that? That's a strange version of Scum. I'm going to keep the Shining Shoal here. Sadly, this is not one of the best matchups. At least doing game 1, because after game 1 we have a lot of ways to interact with their plays. Okay, Esper Sentient, let's play like this though. So we have a Shining Shoal to kill the Bone Crusher Giant. Should I? I mean, why not? Right. We take 2, we kill a Bone Crusher Giant, and then we are in top deck mode, but I don't see any other better option. I mean, keeping the Shining Shorin and what can do for us, not much, right? And we are still taxing them. Pain death, yeah, sure. So I could also choose not to kill the giant here. Maybe it's better. Yeah, let's not kill the giant. A 5-4 might be a bit worse. Ragavan. Okay, I need a good draw here. I need a Thalia, I need a Thalia's Lieutenant and Aspirant, I need... Okay, this is fine. I'm going to trade one of my Esper Sentinel for a Ragavan. Need something to kill the Bone Crusher Giant. This will be eventually bigger than Bone Crusher Giant. I still have 3 cards in Endo and they're doing nothing. Ragavan Dash. So I'm going to trade my Esper Sentinel for that Ragavan. Hoping to draw Thalia's Lieutenant or Luminarch Aspirant and get a good trade from this champion. Lanes, that's not great. I need to chump block here. But if I chump block, then any single crochet draw is not big enough to stop the giant unless I draw Peacekeeper. I think I'm just going to take here, hoping for them not to have a bolt. If they have a bolt, but they have more out, not. Okay. Okay, so we bring in our sanctifiers and we cut the peacekeepers and a recruitment officer. Yeah, this should be it, right? It's not a bad matchup for us. Okay, so I'm going to keep here because we have 2 sanctifiers and 2 lands. That should be all we need. They could grief us and let's see, they could grief us and take Marius Call and Sanctifier or both Sanctifiers. It's still a good end to keep, right? They go Fury. They go Fury, it's okay. You have Sanctifiers for days. I'm not going to play both Sanctifiers because they could go. They could just go Explosives and kill them both, so that's not great. You could dash Ragavan now. Wow, they're Shield Crusader too. So we are just dead like this, right? If they kill the Sanctifier too, we are just dead. They just need to have another Shieldless Edict. Okay, they do not like that. It's pretty good. So I'm just going to play the Aspirant now, try to pump a bit my Sanctifier. And then I should probably just attack, right? They cannot prevent me from going Solitude on the Fury. So I'm going to put a bit of pressure here. Okay, they go Grief now. So we play Solitude. And I think keeping 2 copies of Adeline here is a bit better. So I need a land here, play my Adeline. Two cards in hand. And they're thinking about playing something here. Okay, that's pretty good. So human into Adeline. And now I could put a counter on the Aspirant and attack. Then I'm able to double block here, but they could go removal on one of them and kind of kill me here. Same goes if I attack with the Sanctifier. So maybe I'm just going to wait next turn and attack with Adeline. Yeah, probably this is the right choice. Because I'm dead to Bolt. If they go Fatal Push into Bolt, I'm just dead. And they could have all those cards. They kill Adeline, right? Yeah, the Blood Tide Harvester. And now they could attack me to kill my Aspirant. Titan is a fine draw. Because I'm just going to attack with all next turn. And I'm going to keep untapping my Sanctifier. That's interesting. So let's keep putting counters on the Sanctifier. This is the most likely, the creature that most likely is going to survive here, right? So I need to draw a creature here to attack with all, flip the Kitheon, and then I'm going to untap the Sanctifier, give Indestructible, and keep blocking. Okay, so I'm just going to attack with all. I'm just going to attack with all, right? Stop! Please stop! That's so annoying. Yeah, whatever. So I just pass the turn here. Another Shoulder's Edict kind of kills me here. You cannot attack me. That's fine. But I need something good here. This is kind of good. This is kind of good. Not going to lie here. I think I'm going to attack with a Sanctifier, play another Sanctifier. Maybe first it's better to play the Sanctifier. Then I'm going to attack with a Sanctifier. They didn't have a removal the last turn, so I think that they need to top deck a good removal now. I think I'm fine attacking them with at least one of my Sanctifiers. Okay, so Shining Shoal. It's interesting. It is interesting. So should I try to flip my Kition here? Not that bad, right? I could flip it, make them attack Gideon. Yeah, probably it's right. So we go +2. Griff is going to attack my Gideon. And I'm going to win with my all-in attack next turn. Plus we have 1 point of damage of the Shining Shoal. Okay, that's pretty good. So last game. I think that we are fine. They are on the Blood-Tide Harvester list, but that does not change anything. So let's go. I mean, Shining Shoal is a bit worse against that kind of deck. I think I'm supposed to keep, right? I'm not super fast, but we have a way to block a Ragavan earlier. And we have the Sanctifier. It's a pretty good draw. So let's they fetch now. Tapped, okay. So they do nothing. It's interesting. So I think I'm supposed to play. Should I play Italia or should I play the Sanctifier? Because I'm still scared of any kind of discard spell, right? First of all, I'm going to attack here. If they want to pay 2 to kill my Esper Sentinel, that's fine. And then I think I'm just going to play Sanctifier. It's a bit better to have her in play. They only have Shoulder's Edict, but they need to spend 2 cards to get rid of the Sanctifier, because first they have to get rid of the Esper Sentinel too. And if they go explosives, I'm likely to draw 1. So this should be fine. Okay, 3 mana for them. Okay. Discard the Fury and Undying Malice here. That's okay. So I have 2 options here. Maybe playing Thalia here is a bit better. Is it though? Because I could just... Nah, I'm just going to pump the Sanctifier and try to kill them. I mean, another Sanctifier next turn means that in 2 turns I'm likely to kill them. Plus we have 2 damage from the Shining Shoal. And we are already taxing them with the Esper Sentinel, so this should be fine. I'm only scared of Path to Peril, because it's going to kill every single creature. Okay, that's interesting. So they do 2 damage. I'm going to protect the Aspirant and kill the Seasoned Pyromancer, right? Maybe I could also just deal 2 to them. Next turn I'm going to deal 5 damage. The turn after I'm going to deal 7 damage, so maybe just killing the Seasoned Pyromancer is better. Yeah. They cannot bring back the Fury, and if I keep the Aspirant alive, maybe I'm not going to lose my Sanctifier to Shoulders Edict. I can always animate the Mutable to protect it, but this is a bit safer. So I need to... Which of the damage I'm going to prevent, though, I don't know. Apply your damage of placement effect, click on the shield to prevent. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Still have a removal spell here. I need to draw a land then. Okay. We have a blocker now, and they kind of have to draw explosives, exact explosives, or path to burial. Yeah, that's an option too. Another pyro, and they had the Bone Crusher and the Terminate land. That's fine. They cannot attack me here. So what is the plan here? I think I'm just going to put another counter on the Sanctifier. Sanctifier is such a good card. And so if they draw any kind of mass removal, I think that keeping Sanctifier in hand is better. There's some way to get back into the game. So probably I'm just going to leave the board state like this. And they cannot go Thoughtseize if they play Grief, it's not a problem. So even if they go K command, it's okay. And we keep a Ganjo Castle to protect the Thalia, so it should be okay. Another Pyro, they're trying desperately to find an answer for this Sanctifier. I'm not sure if they have any answer for it on 2 mana. Okay, pretty good 4-1. I think that the deck is pretty good. I prefer the Peacekeepers instead of the Chancellor. And I kind of like these 4-1 drops instead of the Bodyguard or instead of the Initiate. This gives the deck a bit of more late game because you have a Planeswalker, a pretty good Planeswalker, and some way to draw more cards in the late game. So far, this deck seemed a lot stronger than the other version, and I enjoyed it.